Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 18 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to finish our model. Now what I want to do is to show you how to create a sheet and then to add all these views, and then we're going to first create a starting view. So the way I do the starting view is I create, so let's go to ground floor first, and I create a view on that ground floor. So in this, I'm going to go down here, drop down, and then camera, and then now we could take a picture up to here, and then this is the view range of that. And as you can see, you can hold on shift and then use the middle button on your mouse so that you could rotate it. And then here I'm just cropping this to the view that I want. And then what I do next is sometimes I put on shadows, and then after that I put on graphic display, and then I put a background. So I put gradient, click apply, and then what you could do next is, it's up to you, but you can add in some shaded and sometimes realistic if you want to. But for me, I'm just gonna make it hidden. It looks much better like this. And then what you can also do is you could do this like the sketchy line. So enable sketchy line, and then there's a jitters and extensions. So of course extensions, you can go over it. It's like you're drawing this out. So I'm just gonna put it in 2, and then as you can see, it looks nice. So it looks like sketch view. And then obviously you could have lighting there, and then photographic exposure if you want, but I'm just gonna leave it like this, and for me that looks good enough. And then after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to my I think this is manage, and then here under manage, manage project, and then I'm gonna click on starting view. And this one, I'm going to go drop down, and then this is my 3D view number 2. So I'm going to use that, and then press OK. So now let's go and create our sheets. So here I want to render this as well. So if we render this, we're able to add this to our sheets. So what I can do, so now we could go to our view, and then under view we have render. For now, I'm just going to render this as draft so that it's fast enough. It's up to you. We have different settings right here. We have medium, high, best, and it differs. The best one will take longer, absolutely. So now I'm just gonna click on render right here, and then give it some time, and then we're gonna go back after that. And then once you finish rendering, you'll be able to export it or save to project. So once we click save to project, what will happen is we're gonna create another one right here. It will be called renderings. But before that, you can adjust the exposure. So here you can make it darker if you want to, or brighter. And then here the highlights, we can make it brighter, shadows, and then gray, saturation, and cooler, warmer. So depending, and then after that, click apply. And then it will re-render itself, and then press OK. And then now we could just save to project. And then you can name it. You want rendering 1, and it's up to you now. So press OK, and then close this. Now, if you check here, we have the renderings. So rendering 1 is this one. So now I'm gonna clean up, so close inactive views, and I'm gonna focus on creating the sheets. So here I'm gonna select the sheet, right click on this, and then click on new sheet. And as you can see, what we have is A0 metric and then none. If you need a different kinds of template, we have different kinds right here. So you need to go load, and then here you need to go back to the main, and then once you're here, scroll down, and we have title blocks right here. And as you can see, we have A0 up to A4 metric. So those are different kinds of sizes of paper, and then you choose whatever you need, and then you can click on open if you want to load. But right now what I have here is A0, and that's perfect size for me, so I'm just gonna use A0 and then press OK. So it start off at A101. You can change this to A1 only, A1.01. Whatever you do, Revit will recognize that, and it will create the second one. It will recognize the sequencing. So here we have A001. So now right click again, new sheet, and it will ask again for the title block, and just choose the A0, and then it will create 2. Let's open this up so that you guys can see. And 3, we're gonna create up to probably 6, and then let's create each and every one of that. So right now I created 6 sheets, and obviously if you have a bigger project, you will add more into this. You can even create your site and whatnot. So yeah, let's make up to A10, and then let's create those. So first, you could change the naming here if you just double click, and then you could change right here. You could put this one as cover sheet, all caps, and then press OK. So now that's good. And if you go to A102, you can change it also right here, and then also here. So this one will be we're gonna put site plan. Next, you could go right here as well. This one should be after site plan. So here we did site plan, and then we have our first floor, and then here you could put the owner, so ACD, so Archcore Design, and then project is whatever house you want to name it, this one, so house, and then we have first floor, and then here we could put second floor. Then I want to add, we could add section right here, and then elevations. So that's good. We have everything that we need to start. So in the cover sheet, let's go there. We could just drag and drop this one. So drag and drop, select it right there, select it again, and then here we could change with no title for the viewport, and then double click on this. You'll be able to stretch it, and as you can see, because it's a rendering, we have the option of making it big. But if you have a 3D view, unfortunately you cannot do that. So here, for example, a 3D view, it's limited to the view. So you can expand this, but unfortunately you cannot make it bigger. So that's the advantage of having it rendered. So I'll just undo that. I just need to show you guys. So double click outside again. And then now I'm gonna create the sheet list. So to do that, you need to go to schedules, select that, and then right click. And then here, new sheet list. And then after that, we scroll down and then we put in obviously the sheet number first. And then after that, the sheet name. And then press OK to finish. Now it will create all of this information. You can change this to drawing list. And then I don't like the gap here, so we could edit this. So edit, and then here you'll be able to filter, sorter, format, and then appearance. We need to go to the appearance. I don't want a blank row before the data, so we're gonna remove this. After that, the title text is this one. So we can make this one bigger, so around 6. And then we have the header text, which is this one. We can make this one bigger as well, so around 5. And then we have all of this, the body text, so we could just put it at standard 2.5 millimeters Arial. And then after that, you press OK. Now it created this. So now if you go and open up this, go to your cover sheet, and then you need to drag and drop. So you can drag and drop right here, and obviously you can select that, and then you can maximize this. So now it looks much better. So any changes that you do, if you delete one of this, it will automatically change right here. So for example, I'm gonna create a new sheet. Once I create a new sheet, this will be created as well. If I delete this, this will be deleted as well. So it's very instant. So that's very handy because you don't need to come back here and change it and whatnot. So for example, if you don't want a sheet to be shown right here, but you still want the drawing, because that happens. So what you need to do is you need to go to the sheet, and then you need to go right here and then appear in sheet list. You need to uncheck that and then click apply. And then after that, it will be not here, but at least you know that it's still here. So sometimes there's some reason that you don't need to show the drawing on this sheet. You don't need to delete this. You can just go to the sheet and then just uncheck this. So now I'm just going to put it back because we need it, and then click apply, and then everything is good right here. So now I'm going to go back to site plan, and then obviously we have a site right here. I'm going to drag and drop here and see how it looks. So it looks okay. So usually it looks like this. It covers everything like a site plan. So what I want to do is just limit the size of this. So I'm gonna do a crop view. So I need to check all of this, and then after that you'll be able to crop it just a little. And then I don't want my elevation tag, so you need to type in VG and then go to elevation, so E, or it will be under annotation, so E and then elevation. So apply OK, and then your elevation tag is not there anymore. And obviously we don't need the grid because it's a site plan. We don't need that yet. So go to annotation and then type in G, that is the grid. So okay, so now this is looking like the site. You can definitely add in more information in the site. So you could go and add in text. So here you could put in the street name, so probably this is January Drive, and then we put 67 January Drive. And then obviously you want to make it bigger, so you put this one. So you can have those information, you can put text, you can put everything that you need to on this underside. And once we're here, what the fucker? So actually I lost the video. So here I'm just explaining that before it's just a site. If you want to change this name but you don't want to change it right here, you need to select this and then you go right here, type in whatever name that you want and then click apply. And then on the first floor, what I just did is I go to level 1 first. I changed the scale because I want it to be bigger. So I change the scale and then I crop it. So you need to go to extend, crop everything. So I crop whatever view that this one was. I crop it right there and then uncheck the crop so that I have it there. And then you just need to drag and drop to the first floor. So once you have, it will look like this. And then again, I don't want to change the level 1 name here. So just select this one and then look for title on sheet. Put the name there and then click apply and you have something that looks like this. There is a sequence when you're changing or you're moving this. So I'm going to press escape first. If you want to move this, select this first and then move. So you can move this now. But for some reason, if you want to extend the line, what you need to do first is select the view and then this will be grabbable. So there's our sequence that you need to know in order for you to have this. So now I'm going to press escape. What I'm going to do is, what I did right here is the same thing that I did in my second floor. So basically, I just create this and then put the second floor under the sheet, title on sheet, and then click apply, and then I drag and drop here. In terms of section, so what I did first is I went to level 1. I create section. So the section, it will be right here. And then I just create a section, 2 section. And then once you create this, you will have something right here. It will create a section and then you'll be able to select section 1. The way that I did this is I basically change the scale first. And then I click on shadow so that it looks much better. And then I went here again to graphic display and then change the background to gradient to look nice. And then after that, what I did is I went here under crop. So I checked 3 of this and then I basically crop it to the view that I like. And then after you finish, just uncheck the one in the middle and then click apply so that there's nothing showing here and you don't get confused. So I did that on section 1 and section 2. So as you can see, you just turn this on for the shadow and then basically just go into the section sheet and then just drag and drop. Similar to that, you can move this if you want. So click on view and then move this section so that you fix it. And then in terms of elevation, I did that as well. So here I change. So you need to go to the elevation right here. You go 1 by 1, change the scale to 1:50, and then the only thing that I didn't do is turn on the shadow because I want the change to change the view on the section and the elevation. And then after that, I go to display setting and then the background as well. So just do that as well for all of them, and then just simply drag and drop to each of the sheets that you have. and then you can crop it as well, like what I showed you. Here is the west elevation. I'm gonna crop it again somewhere right here, and then we could push this one a little bit more, and then just if you forgot to uncheck this, that's fine. It's not gonna be visible in the printout if you print this, but it's just something that for you, so that it's not bothering you. But it depends on you if that bothers you though. So after this, once you're ready, save it first, and then after that, click on print. So once we're here, you determine the sheet. So determine the sheet, or determine the printout first. So I'm just gonna print it right here. Microsoft Print Off to PDF. Determine the sheet. So I'm just gonna put it in letters, or if this is 24 by 36, you put it in ANSI or whatever the sheet size that you want. And then right here, you want it to be combined unless you want it separately. So for me, I want to click on select. So I want the selection of the sheets. So select here. But usually when you select here, this will always come back here. So you want to make sure that you click this again so that it's combined now, and then click on select. Uncheck views, and you want everything to be just viewed right here. I want to check all because I want to print all, and then usually I save a preset of this. So save as, I'm gonna call it full set. And then once you do, every time you want to print the full set, you just need to go here, and then everything will be set for you already. After that, save again, and then press OK. And then OK again, and this will print out. And then once we do, let's just put in house, and then here we could basically open this, and let's see how it looks. So now it will look like this. So we have all our PDF printed out. So now just save, and we're basically ready for it to be sent in Twinmotion. Let's just go to 3D, and then let's clean this up, close anything, and then save. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.